I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on YouTube Wednesday, May 13, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So you can find me every Wednesday. Just making sure I'm live here. Yep, I'm live. Sorry, I can't tell on my computer, so I was just double checking. So you can find me every Wednesday here. And it seems too high. Just a sec. There. I think that's better. Now is it too low? You can find me every Wednesday morning. Oh, hi Mario. Hi Carrie and Dot. Find me every Wednesday morning here. Any other time you can find me on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. You can find classes and hi Jamie and Jamie. Can find classes, you can order, you can find sample ideas there, all sorts of things. Access to catalogs. Good morning, Susie. You're here live. I'm so happy that you're all here. So another thing that you can find with me today live, or even if you're watching this replay later, I give away the projects that I make. And so shortly I'm going, hi Nancy, shortly I'm going to be doing, I just call it my randomizer. I load up all of the names of people who've chatted with me, engaged with me, commented later. Uh, I load it up in a name picker website. And so then, oh good, I'm glad you got your card, Mario. Hi Deanna. So then you have a chance to win what I make today. So the names that I'm about to do are from last week that I loaded up. So I have 2 cards from last week. So I'm going to switch right over to that and get going. I'm glad you got your card too, Nancy. I actually remembered to send them. Okay, randomizer. Okay, so I know Happy Meal is wonderful. Okay, everyone's loaded up. We prevent winners from being selected multiple times. And start. It's not, oh, there it is. So I have 2 cards to give away. And did it end? Oh, I thought it ended, but it didn't. Janine Woodhull, you're my first winner. I don't think she's on yet, but she still wins. You don't have to be present to win. But I do need to know, picking a winner, I do need to know your address. So there have been times, I think there was one, I just found it the other day. Mario, you're a winner again. Congratulations to both of you. I just found a card the other day that somebody had won. Hi Kathy. Somebody had won, and I knew her and I was friends with her on Facebook, but that's the only way that I knew her. And I messaged her and she never gave me her address, so she never got her card. So sorry, I need to know your address to be able to send it to you. So hi Jennifer. No winner today for you to were you, I feel like you both, Jennifer and Dot, I feel like you both were winners last week, so yay, that's awesome. Okay, I need a drink already, just a second. Went down the wrong pipe. Well, yay, that's so lovely. You won 2 weeks in a row, I forgot. I, as you see, I do mail my cards out. That's so cool that you guys all got your cards this week. I mailed a bunch of cards this week. Or was it last week? Must have been last week. Okay, so first thing that I want to tell you, hi Janine, you are my winner, one of my winners. For my randomizer. Oh, I love how many people are on today. I love seeing all of you. That makes me so happy. Okay, first thing I need to share with you. I feel like I shared this last week, but for some reason it's not coming to mind. And it's very important. So I am for one of my projects. I'm going to be using the new ink pads, um, or one of the new ink pads. They are magnetic. They went back to Stampin' Up! Called them felt. They're not felt. They're linen, or they're the same fabric that they were before. I don't feel like I ever called them fab or felt before, but they seem like the same kind. Anyway, they're fabric pads, but they're magnetic, which makes it much easier to open. It's amazing. Um, anyway, they're only available in the new in colors, um, which are, let me see if I can go through them. Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, which, yes, it is a returning in color. Uh, Golden Glow, sort of a mustard. I like it. Some people are talking about it like the wild wheat, but I don't feel like it's that offensive, but some people think so. Or maybe they feel like this is what I thought about wild wheat. It looks good with certain colors. Maybe that's the way some people feel. I don't know. Okay. Hydrangea Hue and Peaceful Pine. Those are all of the new in colors. Excuse me. So the new ink pads are available in those new in colors. And this month through May 31, we have a starter kit promotion. So that means you would need to join as a demonstrator under me. I would love that. Um, uh, and you have the option. I'm not really sure why you would want to choose any other option, but you have the option to choose the whole bundle of the in color pads. That's offensive. Um, um, Rachel and I say that to each other. That's definitely me about, oh, it's gone now. I had to look. I couldn't remember. Shy Shamrock. I found that offensive. I had a hard time with that one. Um, uh, you have the option to choose the bundle of ink pads, all 5 ink pads, which is a $63 value. To add to your kit, absolutely free. So you pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, um, and you get to choose $125 product plus get the bundle of ink pads absolutely free. People are always like, oh, but I don't want to do classes. I don't want to do whatever. Well, first of all, you don't have to do classes. Secondly, you still get all of the benefits of being a demonstrator, including coming to my meetings or doing other team events with me and my team. You have full access to the demonstrator website. While you are still active, active just means that you're still a demonstrator. Um, uh, so there's no obligation. Obviously, I would like you to stay on my team. I would love for you to stay on my team, but there's no obligation to do anything beyond that. Um, but I love trying to make sure you want to stay. um, anyway, so that is an option. The other option that you have, if you're not really interested in the ink pads, but now is a good time for you to join my team, you get to choose an extra $35 of product added to your kit. So that makes it $160 that you get to choose if you don't want the ink pads. Um, that would allow you to buy or choose the full Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, because that's I think that price is 140 now. I don't think it went up, but I don't know. It could be 145. I honestly I don't remember. I'm gonna say 140. Anyway, at 125 you can't choose that, but at 160 you can. So um just something to think about. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, I've been including a link to join my team. You can just click the link and you're signing up under me, and you get to choose your stuff. You just choose your stuff when you do that. All right. I also have, I'm gonna tempt you more today. I'm not making the projects that are using, that we're gonna be making, at my Dazzling Card Club. But I am using, all of Flutter today. I'll show you right here, all of Flutter. This is hard, it doesn't fully go in the camera when I'm too close. It's so tall now for me doing landscape. This is the stamp set that we're gonna be using at the next Dazzling Card Club. And so I am using it today, but I'm not showing you what cards that we're making then, but I love it so much. I've been having so much fun with it, and I love the designer paper we're using and all that. That, so this is technically the June class that you're signing up for, but I'm having it on May 28 or 29. I think those are the dates. The Thursday and Friday at the end of the month. Because when I normally have it the first week of the month, um, oh no, is everybody having problems with sound? Maybe I'm sitting back too far. One time I turned it off, but you guys still can hear me, right? I feel like that would have, okay. Susie's good. Jennifer can hear me. Okay. I'll try to stay closer, except then you guys get unnecessary close up. That is not necessarily the best thing that you want to see. I will be gone the first week in June, which is when I typically would have my last week I typed here, but listened from my phone. Oh, gotcha. Oh, well, that's annoying. Quieter than normal. I don't know how that happens. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do for you. I'm sorry, Marlene. Um, let me see. Anyway, you have to sign up by, normally it's the 26th every month. Is your mic covered? First of all, my mic is my phone, and no, it's not. But I I I don't know. Sorry for that, go. That's all I know what to say. Um, okay, so please forgive the echo, and I'm not gonna stop and start. I just turned the sound up. That's good, we can hear. Okay, thank you. When I stop and start, then I lose people, and that's a problem. Okay, so anyway, the sign up is the 24th, which is a Sunday. That's the deadline. If you want to sign up rather than the 26th, because I need enough time to get stuff here if I don't have enough stuff. So there you have it. That's all I can think of right now. There are other things open, other events open on my events page of my website if you want to find other things. But all of Flutter is all I'm going to say. Oh, I will be at March's next Tuesday, the 19th, 1 to 3. So that's just a normal one. It's not a Mother's Day one. So I'll mention that one. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to put you down and show you the things we're going to be making. I am making a treat container today too. So for winning that one, you have to be local. I'm not mailing it. It will include chocolate. So if I'm sorry, but if I get a second person who's out of town, I'm gonna have to draw somebody else. Okay, so putting you down now. Carrie, don't look. Anybody else who has problems with being dizzy, don't look. All right, gotta come forward a little bit. All right, we're tied up, and now we are spun. Okay. So, man, bad. Whenever it's not sunshiny, the shadow is bad from I think it's from the phone itself, actually. Silly. Okay, so here's all of Flutter. In case you've not seen it before, It's fluttering by to say hi, friend. You are so appreciated and thinking of you today. Plus, there's three different sets of three butterfly stamps, and it coordinates with a punch. That's part of the bundle. So we're going to be using the bundle for the class that we're doing, and I'm using it for one of my projects today. So let's see. Oh, plus, sound is perfect now. I think it has to do with how close my mouth is to the microphone and just being down. I'm sort of talking over it. So I don't know. So I'm also using scalloped blooms dies. These are amazing, and they're much bigger than what you picture. Like when you see it in the catalog, you can't really tell how big this is. This is actually um, wider than your your card front, your portrait card front. Not wider than the landscape. There's missing one here because I'm going to be using it. So all of this is part of the dies. And then this is the rest of the bundle. It's called Scalloped Blooms dies. I'm not going to pull this out. Hopefully you can see it okay. Where is it? Yeah, I think so. Yay, I have a chance to win chocolate, but if I don't win, maybe I could deliver it to the winner. You're cute, Dad. Okay, your kindness means so much. Wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for being there for me. You're a blessing to me. Thinking of you. Hugs. Have a good day. This is an amazing set. I just love it. So we're using all of this on my first card. Oh, and I have to show you. I just remembered. I forgot the name of it. Just a sec. I gotta look. It is Blossom something. Bloom. Just a sec. Bloom Boutique designer paper we are using. My daughter sent me a whole box of chocolates for Mother's Day. Oh wow, nice. I know, I love the set too, the bundle. Well, in the butterflies. Okay, so this is Bloom Boutique. It is a specialty designer paper because I don't know if you can see it or not. So you try to tip it so I can show you. There's gold foil on one of the sides. So these are all petite little flowers. And then there's the background. This is all I have left in my one pack of this. Actually, I don't even have this left. I had to pull it from a project that I had cut. So this one's funny. This one can be, you can bring out the crisp cantaloupe or the blush, barely blush in here. I feel like there's both of them. I feel like this is, oops, you can't see. It's all gold. I feel like this color here is the crisp cantaloupe, but this background is the barely blush. That's what I feel like. And then here's the back. This is the hydrangea hue. Same with this one. I feel like this could be either, you could bring out either color here, the crisp cantaloupe or the barely blush. So much gold. This one is definitely a hydrangea hue. Oh, I forgot to show you this back. Here's the back. Again, hydrangea hue. So what are your favorite in colors, new in colors now? This one's definitely my favorite, hydrangea hue, but I'm enjoying, I don't think I've worked with Peaceful Pine yet until today. I'm going to, at least for part of it. This one just has the gold in the centers of all the little flowers. This one's hydrangea hue again. This one is definitely the golden glow. I'm not even sure. There might be cantaloupe, but I don't think so. I think it's, well, maybe the background is cantaloupe, but it's, the focus is golden glow. And I forgot to show you this. Sorry. Here's the back of this one. Here's the back of this one. So hopefully you know, but I'm telling you anyway. When you have gold foil, they only have the foil on one side. So this is hydrangea hue again. Excuse me, and here's the back. Foil is only on one side. Anyway, so this is Bloom Boutique. So this is also Hydrangea Hue Barely Pink. Cool. So something to mention to you, I'm not sure if I shared this. There are a few products that Stampin' Up! Has said they will make last for, you know how, maybe you don't know, we switched to catalogs that are just going to be 4 months rather than a whole month long or year long catalog. And this is one of the products. This suite, actually, Bloom Boutique, is a suite that they're keeping the whole year long. So it's something that that we know will be available. It may come and go, like non-orderable if a bunch of people are ordering it, but it will be available for the whole year. Okay, so here are pieces that I am. Oh, I need this one too. Here are pieces that I'm using. So I chose this. I turned off the TV and phone. I can now hear the TV, but not the phone. At least I can hear. Learning I'm not good at reading lips. I wonder if your phone volume was down. Sometimes I do that for a video or something and then I forget to turn it back up. Anyway, so I chose these colors because in the middle of these flowers are crisp cantaloupe centers. So that was why I went with this. So what I'm going to do first is use my dies. Oops, sorry. And my machine's right by me and I'm looking on the floor for it. I'm using, I should do this before, show you something before. Where did it go? Where did I put the dies? There it is. Sorry. Okay, so I already used this one on my white piece here. And I'm using this one. This is the second largest one. And if you didn't notice, you probably didn't notice. I didn't show it to you close enough. Every other one of these is stitched. So like the one bigger than this is not stitched. The one smaller than this is not stitched. So every other one has the stitching on the petals. So what I'm doing with this, I'm going to show you this before I put it in the machine so you understand what I'm saying. I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of, well, I had a design in mind anyway. But I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of designer paper. So I, rather than making this as big as what this die is, I made it 4x4. So then I can get more pieces out of the sheet. So I'm, oops, sorry, I was too high. So my plan is to make sure that this whole die, this whole side of the die is on the designer paper, but then I'm going to go off over here, and that's okay. But I need this whole side over here, I'll say like half moon of the die. I need it to be on the designer paper. Check the phone volume first. It's just being difficult. They are like that sometimes. Have a mind of their own. All right, so you may not be able to see it now that I'm trying to do it actually on the machine, but I wanted to show you before I got to here. Whoops. So I do need the big machine for this because of how big it is. Plus I need it for something else for the next project. So this is the machine if you were to join my team this month and chose not to get the ink pads. This is the machine that you could get that you can't normally get it as your starter kit when it's just a normal time of when it's not a promotion, because you have to choose $125 or less. So obviously getting more on here, it allows you to do that. So I've had a few people take advantage of the deal already. I love it. It makes me happy. Just a sec. I forgot my silicone mat. I stuffed I actually cleaned my desk quite a bit and put things away that I needed. All right, I need my silicone mat here, but not yet. I forgot. This is what we're going to do first. Okay, so if you haven't seen this ink pad yet, so I'm using Crisp Cantaloupe. You simply just open it like this. Now, I did find a potential problem last night. I kept doing this. Excuse me. I'm gonna push this away a little bit so so it's more in my reach. So this is just a warning quick for you. If I on mistake, like my ink pad gets, like I put the pad onto the the lid, the case, whatever. Well, so when you go to stack it together, it goes upside down. So then I suddenly have ink on my lid. So be careful of that. You don't want to then put it down on your project or something like that. So just be careful when you do that. But anyway, so it will stick. It will stick to each other. Did I show you that part? I should pull out another one. I have another one. Oh, I had another one. Just a second. So they they're magnetic, so they will stick together when they're stacked also. Okay. All right, so something very important with this that I found, this has probably been the suggestion for a long time. I've heard about seasoning stamps before, but I didn't pay much attention to it, and I would just kind of go like this, get it off on my scrap paper or something like that. What I saw that you want to do to season your stamps, which what this does is it gets off like a layer of film that can be on the photopolymer after it's been manufactured. So what you're supposed to do is rub your hand on it. So I have it mounted on my stamp and rub your hand on it. And it actually somehow makes it sort of cloudy looking, but it definitely picks up ink better. You don't need to you don't need that quite so much with the firm foam pads, but you definitely need it more with this pad. But even so, even firm foam, it makes it so that it's not so pooled on your stamps. Anyway, that has helped a lot. Another thing you need to do is you need to walk your stamp on your ink pad, because a lot of times the center of it ends up not having as much ink because we all tend to go to the center of our pad. So you want to walk it, make sure you have good coverage, check it out, make sure it looks good, and then we're going to stamp something on there. All right, so I'm stamping this here. I do have a cushion under here, by the way, under my workspace. Pretty much, especially with bold stamps, you need cushion underneath. We sell these Stampin' Pierce mats. I think there might be $6 now. I'm not really sure. This makes a perfect cushion for this. Okay, so that's all that I'm doing for this right now. Um, and now what I want to do is I'm going to put this on here. This is going to look kind of busy, but it softens a little bit by the time I'm done. So I'm actually going to use heading to an appointment. Have a great week. Thank you, Nancy. You too. I'm actually going to use liquid glue. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Just so it sort of holds on a little bit better. So then, what I want is to make sure that my scallops are on here. And my whole corner is covered. So I have everything here up to here. I'm gonna rub this on here and get it off on the silicone mat. I did it on my workspace last night. I'm like, well, that was done. Now I need to fold it over. Okay, so now we're going to trim this off. So I want it to be flush with the corner of the card. Set this aside. Okay, so here is my card so far. All right, now I'm actually done with this ink pad because I'm going to do something different for the next one. All right, so here's the next stamp. I'm going to use the outline. Whenever you use, this is the new hybrid ink pad. So I have a couple things. I don't think I saw a comment and didn't end up responding to it last week. It definitely stains your stamps. It's very stays on like in that way because this is supposed to replace stays on and memento. I don't know because I wasn't quick enough the first time that I did it. I don't know if you can ink it and then clean it immediately and have it not stain. I don't know. It's too late for this stamp and I haven't tested it. But it definitely stains. So you need to test it every time. When I don't test it, then I cause myself problems. So all I need is one of the butterflies. I'm using the top butterfly. So I'm stamping that and letting that dry a little bit. And then I want to use, oh, did I not put it out? Just a sec, I forgot to grab a stamp. It's sitting right here, but no, not in that one. I can't find, I just used it last night. Where do I have it? Well, somebody containers here. Oh, there it is. I'm so sorry. I thought I had everything out here. I knew it was close because I just used it last night. All right. I did not get out memento, so just using this again. Okay. Fluttering by to say hi. That worked well. So stamping this on here. So fluttering by to say hi here. And I need dimensionals. All set up. Okay, so putting a few on here. I like that font too. So, I could have used one of the, not all these, I want to show you. Not all of these things in scallop blooms will fit in this particular one. You're a Blessing, I think, is the only one that actually fits on this. Or Have a Good Day or Hugs would also. But I was using the Fluttering By, so I didn't use the words from Scallop Blooms. I used the words from the, a little bit lower, from the butterflies. Okay, Fluttering By to say hi. All right, now I'm going to use this pretty ribbon. This is available in all of the in colors, new in colors. Crisp Cantaloupe, what is it called? bordered ribbon. It's 3/8 inch. 3/8 honestly is that, or 1/4 inch are the two ribbons that I actually like. I don't really like when they're 1/8 of an inch when they're small. Though there is one that I have. That's the checkered ribbon. I like that one, okay. But when it's so small, then I can't, my fingers don't really work. Okay. I don't have the, I'm not sure this would have looked better anyway, but I don't have the Peaceful Pine ribbon. Okay. Now, it still needs a little something, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So here are my butterflies. This is the color that I'm going to use. This is the new shimmer brush. And just a sec. I got all the colors, and I already have this one set up, but I want to show you how to set up a brand new one. Okay, so I'm not using this color, but I'm just going to show you. So this is Peaceful Pine, obviously, as you can see by the colors here. So the first thing that you have to do is, you see this white ring right here? You need to pull that out. So you need to unscrew it, pull out the ring, and screw it back in. Okay? From now on, you don't unscrew. You only take off the lid. You just pull it off. Make sense? This is the same way as on Wink of Stella. But on Wink of Stella, there's a black ring, not a white one. Okay? So now how you get it going is there's a little like rubbery cushiony part right here. It says push. There's two sides to it. And you squeeze it. I'm pumping it. So I'm squeezing multiple times. I'm trying to pump the ink into this, and this is even hard. And I think until you get the ink down into it. So it takes a little bit. It's still completely white. So it takes a little time to get down in there. This is annoying how long it's taking. Okay, you can see it starting to be down in there. That needs to be all full. Once it starts getting down in there, I sort of start sort of tapping it to see if it's getting softer or not. It's not ready to write yet. My hand's getting sore. I'm so out of shape. My hand's sore from trying to pinch, get my shimmer brush going. Well, I really didn't think it was going to take this long, honestly. Thank you for your patience. I just want to show you what it looks like when you're done. See, there's still the clear or white here. It's starting to have enough color in here. All right, I'm not going to finish this. You can see it's going to need to be something is goofy with the sound. You aren't even moving, and it fades in and out. Not that there's probably anything you can do about it, but some technical glitch for sure. Strange. Anyway, so we're close to here, but I'm not going to finish it. So I just wanted to show you what you have to do, what it needs to look like compared to what it looks like in the beginning. I'll finish this later. Okay, but I will use the crisp cantaloupe one. So I have it pumped down there. I don't know if I have to shake it. It probably says it somewhere in there. And then I'm actually gonna just color my, you definitely need to, by the way, let your black ink, your hybrid black, dry before you do this. If you don't, you might be spreading your black. So I don't know if I need to shake this more or what, but it hasn't been so shimmery. There's just a tiny bit of shimmer. I feel like it will be more over time. But it's there. It seems like when you look down, then your voice is more distant sounding. Then when you look up to read, your voice sounds closer. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, that makes sense because the the phone is pretty much right at my mouth. So if I'm looking down, I go away a little bit. So not really much I can do about that unless I buy a special microphone or something like that. And it's not what I'm doing. Okay. So I have it colored. It's not so wet. I'm not worried about spreading it or whatever when I'm punching it. So I'm just punching this out. So like I said, these are available in all 5 of the newest in colors. I think they're $10. So we're going to take this and put it on with a dimensional. I'm going to put it right up here to brighten this a little bit. And then, did I not get this out either? How do I have half my things? Oh, that's not it. I'm missing. I know I had this. Is it underneath? It was underneath. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it, Jennifer. So these are 2026 to 2028 in color dots. I know that these are not available right now. They are non-orderable. I forgot until when. The butterflies are available though. I'm not using the butterflies. Have I shown you those before? I'm not using those, but I know that those are available, shockingly. But these are gone right now. So there's my card. That's what I'm doing. So I just wanted a simple background. I wanted to use my dies up in the corner. And this, I feel like this is probably the die that I will use the most out of the whole set. I like it for my words. I've always liked the Wink of Stella shimmer pens. These will be very fun. Yes, they will. Thank you, Jamie. All right. So now I need to get this out of the way. Now, actually, I'm not doing any stamping, honestly. Thank you, Janine. For the next card. Or it's not a card, it's my tree container. And I decided not to put a tag on it. I'm letting it speak for itself. Okay, so here are the pieces that I'm using for the tree container. Just making sure we're not wet here and causing problems. So here are the pieces for my tree container. So I'm starting with a box bottom. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, scored at 1 inch all the way around on each side. And I did I did 3 of the 4 of these on 2 sides and 2 on one side and 2 on the opposite side. You cut up on the score line to make a tab, and then to help it come together a little bit better so that and edges aren't sticking out, you cut a little wedge out of the tab. Okay, so then when you go to fold it, it's not like sticking up when you do that. All right, so now that I have this, I'm going to use my bone folder. Definitely a bone folder helps crease your edge as well. So I decided this size based on the size of, I'm going to use the Ghirardelli chocolate squares, the size of the Ghirardelli chocolate square, and then how tall I wanted my my wall to be of the box. I want it to be tall enough so that when the square goes in and the edges come up, it's still taller than that. So this is a 1 inch, but I need to add 2 inches to my center because I need one on each side, one on each wall. Okay, so using liquid glue again, and I'm going to put a little bit on 2 of the tabs. Fold those in and hold it. So a big key to using liquid glue is holding it in place. Once you hold it in place so that it dries enough, so it ends up being more tacky probably, then it stays. It's a really good glue once you have it in place. I'm gonna do the other 2 tabs. All right, so we'll tap these in and pull this up and hold it. So I'm sort of trying to hold it so that the corners line up with the edge of the walls. Right, so that's holding. So I'm going to grab my chocolate. That I did not pull out. I realized that. There's one. Two. Okay, so it's white chocolate caramel and dark chocolate sea salt caramel. Okay, so see how these fit, the edges are in here. Okay, so now what I'm going to create is a wrap, and I'm going to show you what I did to do this, hopefully. Can you see? Yep, you can see. Okay, so I think this ends up being 6 5/8 inches long. I think it's going to be approximate because my scoring was approximate. Haven't seen the white chocolate caramel. I know I haven't bought it before. Honestly, it was what was available in the buy one get one half off deal. They were sort of picked over, and I'm like, well, we're gonna try that. Okay, so I need 2 1/4. That's the size of the square. So it's 2 1/4 inches wide. 2 1/4 is where my first score line is. And then my next one, I need 1 inch. But what I did was I lined it up in 1 inch and then went over just a little bit, because when you're making a wrap, it needs to go around the wall. You know what I'm saying? If you did it exactly at 1 inch, it wouldn't fit. So then I did 2 1/4. There it is, 2 1/4. I think that one I didn't do any extra, and then I did 1 inch. So I just did it from my last line is how I lined it up. So I'm not looking over here for this one. I think you will like this project, Jennifer. Okay, so there's that one. And then for this, I scored it at 1 inch. This is the 2 1/4 wide again. This is going to be your project sheet also. This is, I will do the dimensions and whatever for the project sheet that I will email to my mailing list tomorrow. So this is 1 inch. And then I'm lining the score line up at 1 3/4 inches. You don't have to worry about any excess for this one. You'll sort of see why in a minute. Okay. Now, before I continue with this, I want this to be rounded, and this works perfectly with our 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Can't see that very well, but says it reflects, but that's how you do it. Now I tried tucking it in here and I had a hard time with this, but if I tuck it in from over here and pull it through, then I can get just that end rounded. And punch. So I have this much left. So I have this rounded, and I want to crease on this score line. And I'll show you what I'm doing. While I'm doing creasing, I'm going to do this one also. So here's the wrap that we're going to have. Okay. Now I need my machine again, but this time with, I'll show you the folder first. I don't think I've shown you the folder. We're going to be using it for our Flutter class. This is called Lazy Daisy. It's 3D. I think it might have been a March online exclusive. I'm not really sure. When I saw it, I didn't need it, and then I kept seeing samples, and of course I need it. So, I'm going to be using this, and of course you need the specialty plate. If you had a Big Shot before, and before we stopped selling the Big Shot, which was a Sizzix product, right before, Stampin' Up! Was making their own dies, I think. And so they no longer say Sizzix, it just says Stampin' Up! On it. Before they switched the machine, they made a plate like this that was sort of see-through and blue, a light blue. That is the same plate as this one, if you happen to have that one. All right. So when I use these, the specialty plate and the 3D embossing folder, I do not use anything else except for the platform. So these two cutting mats, this adapter number 2, so it's number 3 and number 2, all those pieces go away. So I'm just using the platform 1, the embossing folder, and specialty plate actually has a 4 on it, if you didn't see that. All right, so what I need to do is I'm just putting the rounded part up to the score line in the folder. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. And then I need to make sure that I hold it down and so it doesn't spin or twist or whatever. Oops, I have my handle on the wrong side. So I need it not to turn in there because I want to just get that one rounded part done. This is so awkward. Why did I do this? Such a goof. Okay. So there, now I just have this rounded embossed piece. And now this I can attach to this. I don't need that either. So I need to attach it to the 1-inch end. So we're going to put this on here. I'm going to hold this down. Need my silicone mat in case it squishes out. Okay, so now we're going to put our box on here. This comes up and covers the top. And this comes and makes a cute little, I just love it. Just a cute little flap here. By the way, I cased this from somebody. I saw it online. I saw her like class thing. She was making a card a card box that she's putting note cards in it. And so I just saw a picture and I like the concept of this design paper and an embossed piece on here. No idea who it was. I'll try to look that up, but I didn't, just the look is what I copied and used my own stuff. Okay, so now this is amazing. This makes me so happy. I love coordination. So I was trying to think, well, how can I close it? When on her closure, she used like baker's twine or something like that. Look what I found. This is still current. This is gold striped ribbon. I didn't realize I still had some. Makes me so happy. So it brings out the gold in the design paper that's here. So I'm laying it on here. And I'm just tying a knot. I'm not trying to do a bow. A bow would be cute. A knot is perfectly fine. Just doing a knot in here. So it holds it closed, and then you can also just slide it off when you want to open it. Oops, that's too much. Look how cute that is. I think I'm going to do it tighter so that it stays closed more. You might want to make this wider than the box. I don't know. Maybe it would fit better a different way. Anyway, isn't this adorable? This is all I'm doing. This is just a cute little box that I just love. So I definitely like it better. I was trying to decide my colors that I wanted to do. I definitely like it better when you have a nice dark or a darker. I know I love this ribbon too. Well, one of them needs to be darker. So my cardstock doesn't necessarily have to be darker than the design paper, but one of them needs to be darker than the other. Like if you have a dark design paper and then go with a lighter color cardstock piece, that's fine too. But I like the contrast. So I knew you would like it, Kathy. I thought of you when I started making this here. Like she likes boxes. She's gonna like it. All right, so let me see. Oh, I will put both of these here. So if you place a $30 order with me before Saturday, I will give you these projects. I can't guarantee which colors you'll get for sure. But I will give you 2 of each of these projects. So anyway, there's that. But also I will be sending my project sheet on the box tomorrow afternoon. So if you're not on my mailing list, you can go add it. I will put that in the notes for I always put notes in the top of something. My grandson said something in the past, but then when he needed a box or something, it was different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they tease you until they need it from you. Love it. All right. So here's this. So this is the Bloom Boutique designer paper, much focused on that. And of course, a flutter. All a flutter is my favorite right now. So, and we're going to be using that at the end of this month. So sign up for the class so that you can be able to do that. By the way, you don't have to come to class. I can mail it to you also. So you can sign up and have me mail it to you, or you can do a porch pickup or, pick up your supplies that you need. But you're definitely going to need all of Flutter bundle to do it. And also now I know that you're going to want this also, Lazy Daisy. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you again next week, Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.